Welcome back to another episode of Watching the Game. I'm your host, Odeh, joined today by Idrees and Yunis. What's up, guys? How are we doing today?
Not very good.
Yep.
Not
Doing
good at
pretty
all.
sad.
Terrible.
There was weird.
Some things stay constant
Canceled the
in
Bears
2020.
game 5 weeks in a row.
Oh man. Some things stay constant in 2020.
That was pretty sad, man.
Some
Wish
things,
we had a Bears game to watch.
you know, some things have stayed constant in 2020. You know, death, taxes, the Bears having an amazing defense and special teams, and pretty much the worst offense in the league. It's kind of crazy. Nothing changes.
I would legit trade our offense right now, piece for piece, for the Jets' offense. Except Allen
All right,
Robinson.
let's not go that far.
If
Because
we kept
Yeah, that's a little too far on that.
if we kept Allen Robinson and switched piece for piece the Jets' offense, I would take it 100%.
you know, points per game. The Bears are 31st with 19 points per game. The Jets are 32nd with 13 points per game. So,
Right, honestly, who's the better offensive line here? The Jets O-line or the Bears?
well, the Jets have
The Bears are
Becton.
playing the second and third stringers.
I would love to get Becton. Becton would be lit.
Yeah, I would love to get Becton instead of Leno at left tackle. Oof.
Why was Rashad Coward still playing yesterday?
I don't know how this guy still has a starting position.
Why does he
Has
still have a
not
job? He
anything.
sucks.
You know, it's so funny because after the 5-1 start, I was like, yeah, we could go 500 the rest of the way. We'll make the playoffs. Now we have to go 5-1 the rest of the way. Already.
Yeah, and that loss, probably like one loss against Green Bay. That's
We're
it.
looking at an 8-8 season at this point.
I don't even want to make the playoffs at this point. We don't deserve it. Unless we somehow go against... We're not going to win a game unless we somehow go against the NFC East.
Or, I mean, I'll still obviously root for us to win, but my expectations have been dashed completely.
No. I want to lose now. I want to lose now. There's no point. We didn't do anything in the playoffs. We might as well
Anything
cheer
can
for a
happen
high
in the
draft pick.
playoffs.
Can we all agree that we saw some improvement in the offense in the first half with Laser calling the plays?
No.
Yeah, in the first half, and then the second half we had...
Really? Do you guys actually believe that? I saw nothing.
No, I truly believe in the first half it was at least
It was at least a little improvement. I'm not saying a huge improvement.
It was
I'm
like
just saying
a fractional improvement.
I've been saying this. I don't think play calling matters. I think the issue, first and foremost, is the scheme isn't bad, but it only works with better players at QB and O-line. And Nagy, I like him, but he can't scheme around that. He's not like Kyle Shanahan. He's not like Andy Reid. He won't be able to scheme around that. That's just a fact.
I agree with you there, but I also heard this saying, it was on the ESPN radio, that when Nagy gave over the play calling duties to the Laser, it's like giving like Nagy is a chef and so is Laser. They have the same ingredients, but it all depends on how they use it. No?
They used it like the same way, I feel. Either way, I don't think it makes a big difference. The thing is broken from the top down. Completely.
I don't think we might not see more than 3 starters return next year. I think there's no shot.
Just stay quiet.
I think there's no shot Allen Robinson resigns at this point. That whole offensive line minus Cowherd and then
That's
not Cowherd.
like a
I'm an
different.
idiot. That whole
I don't want to
offensive
start
line.
talking about the
other-
offseason until obviously we see what happens with the rest of the season. Because 4 weeks ago, we would be crazy to be saying this thing. Now it makes sense. Another 3 weeks, we could be crazy to even be saying that. Things will flip back and forth like that. All I'm gonna say is that
what do you
this
think,
entire bye.
what do you honestly think?
You know what they should do over the bye week? The defensive special teams can take the bye week off. The offense should be in Hallis Hall, practicing 24/7.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, I totally agree.
Talking about the grinding, they need work.
oh my god, I don't need like.
Special team and defense deserve their bye week, not the offense.
We might be starting a third string QB next week too. I don't.
Bro, they're gonna flex us out of prime time. Are you kidding me?
I don't think they
We're
will.
gonna-
They'll keep because Green Bay. We're playing Green Bay and we're still 500. But
Yeah, but we're gonna be starting a damn third string quarterback.
I think probably Mitch will come back. I could be wrong.
Bro, I'm telling you guys right
Hopefully
now.
Mitch will be back. His shoulder
If
will be
Mitch
better.
comes back and leads us to a 11-5, 10-6 postseason run, I will buy all three of us Mitch Trubisky jerseys, and we'll give away 2 extra ones. If he leads us to a 11-5 or 10-6 playoff run.
Subscribe.
Okay. All right. So
And we get the worst part about this.
As you said, if they flex this out, which I doubt they will, but there's a good game at 3:30, the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. So it could.
No, Fox
Oh.
is gonna protect that. But I don't want to even talk about that. Point is, everything is broken, and we somehow gave Kirk Cousins a Monday Night Football victory.
That was the worst part of the whole entire night yesterday. I saw him like jumping up and down, celebrating. I was like, dude, yeah, that just ruined my whole entire week. So it was embarrassing, man.
Whatever. Alright. Moving on to some of the headlines from the weekend games. Colts are in first place in the AFC South because they beat the Titans. I'm telling you, Colts are there. There's like, how many teams are in free fall? Okay, the Titans, the Bears, the Colts. No, not the Bears. The Seahawks. Those 3 teams have been basically in a free fall after a very good start.
Yep, pretty much.
But at least 2 of those teams still got a win in those last 4 weeks. They didn't. What else? The Eagles lost to the Giants for the first time in like 5 years.
Yeah, surprising win by Daniel Jones to put the Giants half a game behind the first seed in the
You guys know
NFC.
it's still mathematically possible for someone to be 4-12-1. I think the Eagles can go 4-12-1. I know 4-11-1 and win this division.
Dude, each team in the NFC East has like a 25% chance to win.
Oh my god. I'm sorry.
We're really about to see a 4-win team in the playoffs.
Any team, I think, yeah, I saw this yesterday, but basically because the Vikings won yesterday, they're the bottom 4 teams in the NFC by record. So there's that, I guess. That division is irrelevant, doesn't deserve to be talked about. It's absolute garbage.
Should just skip any game that involves those 4 teams.
It's looking like we absolutely hit on picking the Dolphins to be amazing this year because they won again. They're now 6-3.
What are they now? They can win the East now. The AFC East.
Yeah, I mean, Bills are on a bye. They could take advantage. Oh my god,
They play the Broncos next week, so that's almost an easy win.
Yeah, Tua's showing off some of his skills and his leadership, and I think the Dolphins, if they could pull out this one against Denver, like everyone will start having some belief in Miami. Because if you think about it, Tua's first game against the Rams, which is a pretty good defense, they held them to under 100 yards passing. The defense and special
They did
teams
have
led that.
they did have they had a defensive touchdown and a kick return for a touchdown.
Yeah, so that goes there. And then they play Arizona. Again, not a very good defensive team. It was kind of a high-scoring game. Tua did really good on the offensive side. And then last week they played the Chargers. Defense is, I guess you could say, moderate.
Mhm.
But if Tua could pull out this one against Denver, I think people will actually start believing in him.
Then you had the late games. Obviously the best thing I saw this weekend.
Stacked late games this week. 6 late games, and they're all really good.
The best thing I saw, maybe this season, probably this season. Oh my God, the DeAndre Hopkins, Kyler Murray play, the Hail Murray. Oh my God,
Hail Murray, yeah.
I think
that was a great game throughout. Josh Allen drives him down, throws the beautiful touchdown to Diggs. You think, okay, it's over, and then just the literally impossible catch. Four defenders.
Calvin Johnson-esque.
Yes, Calvin Johnson. That's Megatron-esque right there.
Like, seriously, it wasn't even close. The three, I just want to say, I think it was it Tre'Davious White, the guy who came over at the end? Whoever it was. He kind of, He kind of made it easier for him to catch it because, like, he kind of knocked the second defender away for a while, and that gave him the ability to catch it. I mean, either way, triple coverage catch on a guy who, on their best 3 covermen, just an unreal play. And the throw, too. The throw was so Aaron Rodgers-esque.
You guys see, they had, I seen something, Murray threw the ball, and he's, 5'9", right? So he can't see over anyone, so he just flings it downfield, and he turns around and looks at the Jumbotron to see what happened.
Oh my gosh, because he's too short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. Either way, and everyone was like, "Oh, look." Everyone look at Bill O'Brien and laugh. How do you give this guy up?
For David Johnson. They only get 1 first-round pick from that?
They didn't get any.
They didn't get any first-round picks. I think the highest was a second-round pick.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so Bill O'Brien, actually screwed up the Texans organization.
He's an idiot. He's like, there's no way. What an idiot. A bonehead.
That's a fact. What else with the Lake? Seattle, also in a free fall. Kind of. But I don't think it's as worrisome as the Bears, like we were mentioning. I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on with Russell Wilson. I don't know what's going on with Pete Carroll.
To be fair, they don't have their top 2 running backs. Russell Wilson was also their leading rusher. So, I mean...
You also have to take into fact that their defense is literally... I think they're ranked 29th or something like that. But also, Wilson has been getting pressured more than he has. His offensive line not doing that well.
He's also messing up a lot. I saw a play where he basically ran into Leonard Floyd for a sack, and it really wasn't even a good play by the defense or a bad play by the O-line. He did it all himself.
I see both sides, the negative and the positive. I think he had 4 turnovers that game, 2 INTs and 2 fumbles.
This is the reason why he's never won MVP. Even though he had like 2 or 3 other years where he could win it. Because he starts the year amazing. He has this stretch of really bad games. Then he ends it well. But still, that middle stretch is what everyone remembers.
That's what knocks him.
It killed him. And it's killing the Seahawks right now. And they probably have to win Thursday. Thursday's probably a must-win.
I mean, I'm expecting a really good game on Thursday.
It's Cardinals and Seahawks.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be one that I actually gotta watch. See, like when it was Colts and Titans, I was half asleep. Not even half. I was 90% asleep half the time.
It's because every time we think there's a good Thursday night game, suddenly it's bad. So watch this game be terrible.
Exactly.
I'll be so upset.
It'll be very upsetting because it'll probably be Kyler Murray taking over because Seattle's defense is absolutely trash. And then Arizona, I don't know how it's going to go.
Yeah. All right. And then then there was the Saints 49ers game, which the Saints won. But I wanted to talk about Drew Brees' injury. It could be a big oof, or it could not. It might not. If Jameis Winston plays good enough, which I think he easily could.
I mean, it happened last year. It happened last year, and the rest of the team carried until Drew Brees came back. Teddy Bridgewater played great.
Yeah, I could see him doing that, but Jameis is different from Teddy Bridgewater, you know?
Jameis is going to play his way into a Supermax contract with the Bears. Watch.
Oh, man.
Well, that would be crazy.
You know,
I mean, if you look at it, did we expect Teddy Bridgewater to go off like the way he did?
No.
Lead his team to 5 or 6-0, whatever it was?
it wasn't really like he was lighting it up. He was just decent. He was the game manager they needed him to be.
Yeah, I'm not saying he went off. I'm just saying he led his team to 5 or 6 straight victories.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, if you look at it, I think the Saints play the Falcons and who else do they play? They play the Falcons and the Broncos. The next two.
They have an easy schedule. They should be fine. I don't think it'll hurt them too much.
It holds up, gets the ball to his playmakers, Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara. New Orleans shouldn't be in a hole.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. And then the last NFL game, the Sunday night game, the Patriots beat the Ravens in a monsoon, in like a hurricane. You know, I mean, and then they posted a picture after, and it was clear. Like, how does that happen? Weathergate is incoming.
Oh, so they played in the monsoon.
I'm talking about like because it started pouring the last minute or so. You know?
Yeah, but that's not the reason why they had a delay. There was lightning like within. Houston is just gonna have a bad year this year. Bill O'Brien gets fired. They give away their best player on the team. I think it's just a tank year for Deshaun Watson.
I feel bad for Deshaun Watson. Bring him over to Chicago.
Dude, honestly, it's everything about that. If the Bears pick Deshaun Watson is surrounded by a much better team, a not nearly as incompetent coach. The Bears all the Bears' problems are solved.
Because
But
you're
no. Let's not.
Look at the similarities between the Texans and the Bears offense. They got weapons on the outside. They have receivers, and their Texans tight ends are pretty decent. Only similarity
both have
is
no O-line. Both have no run game. But the Bears don't have a QB. The Texans have a QB. That's where the similarities are.
yeah. Sean Watson's more mobile, obviously, than Foles.
Oh. It ain't really close at all.
My dad's more mobile than Nick Foles.
Any more takeaways from the NFL weekend for next episode? I think that's about all. Alright, moving on to the NBA, which, holy crap, I wish I would be a lot more excited about the NBA. I should be a lot more excited about the NBA.
We had some crazy moves. I feel like I'm underplaying them in my processing.
We gotta
Which move do you guys want to talk about first?
Well, first I would like to say we got our new guest right here.
Yo, what's good?
Anass Belqass, first appearance on Watching the Game. He'll be joining us to.
Proud to be here.
Very excited to have you on today. So,
Thank you.
first move that we had, Chris Paul going to the Suns for a bunch of basically filler and a bunch of picks, but are the Suns a playoff team? I don't want to hop on their bandwagon because they're the Suns, but you know.
I feel like that'd be an interesting team to watch now with Devin Booker and Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton too. It's an interesting team
They'll
now.
definitely be a solid team. I think they're automatically adding Chris Paul, in my opinion, automatically makes them a playoff team.
Yeah, if you see Chris Paul and his leadership last year with the Thunder, nobody expected them to be like a number 5 seed in the middle of the season.
Right.
I think something's going down in Phoenix. Maybe they end up 7th.
But the problem is the West is so stacked.
They'll get the 8th seed for sure.
I feel like they'll definitely make it, in my opinion. I just don't know how far they'll make it in terms of like a playoff run. I think maybe they can push a higher seed to like 6 or 7. But in my opinion, the way I look at it, I don't know if this is what they were thinking when they brought Chris Paul in. But I was thinking about maybe they bring in Chris Paul to like mentor Devin Booker and like turn him into more of a complete point guard. If that makes sense. Maybe that's
They have the 10th.
They should try to keep Kelly Oubre.
They still. I think Kelly Oubre is overrated for the memes.
Nah, he's nice with it. He has a nice layup package.
He's not.
We're good players now.
Bro, I have a nice layup package.
He's built different.
Anass has probably the best layup package. I don't think it makes that big of a difference. Their ceiling is like a 5th seed max, but they're still behind the Clippers, the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Jazz, the Warriors, the Mavericks. Honestly,
that's more than 5 teams.
I don't see them beating those teams. Meanwhile, the Thunder have like every single pick in the world until 2027. I guess they'll hit on enough of those to where it doesn't matter. So there's that. What else was there? There was the Dennis Schroeder trade, right? He's going to the Lakers.
No, yeah. For Danny.
Is he actually going for Danny Green? Because they didn't like figure that out. I think Danny Green in a 1st or something.
Yeah, it was Danny Green in the 28th. In the 28th.
Why think you're to Danny Green? Cold.
I mean,
it's a bucket.
LeBron folded to the memes.
3-point specialist.
Nah, because you don't understand. So Danny Green missing the shot. LeBron was like, I could have ended this in 5, gotten my legacy better. But you made me go to 6. Get out.
He should have won regardless. I'm disappointed in Jimmy Butler for not carrying his team to the victory. It's just unacceptable.
Bro. on a serious note, I don't understand how nobody else went for Schroeder. I feel like there were other teams, but how the hell did how'd they just let the Lakers take him that easily?
Well, he's not going to be automatically like as good as he was Thunder. Because Thunder, he just had like whatever shots he wants. Like you gotta adjust playing with LeBron. Like no player except for maybe like maybe just like Anthony Davis, because like he's a literal superstar, top 3, top 5 NBA player. Everyone else, when you go to play with LeBron, you're gonna adjust. Like you're gonna play with LeBron different than you would play with like any other normal team.
Oh yeah, definitely. I agree with
I'm saying
you.
like you can't expect like 20 points per game. He's probably gonna drop off a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you. Definitely, his production is probably going to go down, and I think we all know the Lakers needed a guard. I mean, who'd they have? Caruso, Rondo, Green.
Now Rondo,
KCP, they all want to leave.
Rondo's gonna go to the dude. Rondo is the epitome of what's it called? You know the Alfred meme where he's like, "Some men just want to watch the world burn." This man is gonna play for the Celtics, the Lakers, and the Clippers.
What about the Jrue Holiday?
Why would he go to the Clippers?
Apparently, he wants to go to the Clippers.
What does he gain from playing for the Clippers?
Bro, imagine him and Beverly going at it.
They actually do need a player like Rondo. They have no distributor.
Hey, come on, man. Are you ignoring Landry Shamet?
Landry Shamet is a shooter, he's not a distributor. Landry Shamet is lit, but he's not he's not,
Landry Schmoot.
They acquired Reggie Jackson in the middle of the year.
They acquired Reggie Jackson just so that he didn't go to Cleveland.
That's how they were playing in the middle of the season. They're like, oh no, we're going to grab this guy just so the Lakers don't get him.
Mm-hmm.
Bums. I think it's the Lakers are better, SMH. That's the only thing to take from this, and I'm mad about that.
Let's go. LeBron get some more help.
How much help does LeBron need? MJ
Decent
would
amount.
never. All I know, MJ would never.
Nah, Michael Jordan needs no help. He can do it all by himself. That's why he's the greatest of all time, not LeBron.
That's some facts right there. You hear that, Odeh?
Yeah. You hear that, Odeh?
No,
MJ's the GOAT.
So you gotta accept that.
Then Kelly Oubre's second behind him.
Because of his great layup package, right?
No
His
comment.
great layup package and his sexiness.
No. Alright.
Get him out of here.
Alright, let's talk about the Rockets. Big oof.
Verbal agreement to send James Harden.
I actually don't believe that. Yeah.
I do. Wait, you don't trust Anthony Puccio?
I'll text you. Rama.
I trust him.
You know what the interesting thing is? They declined $50 million a year to make us the highest paid a year.
I mean, I think.
Yeah, he declined $50 million a year. That just shows how much he wants to win a ring.
I'll text you. Okay.
I mean, yeah, but Westbrook wants out. Now Harden does. I just think Houston's gonna go downhill from now.
Yeah, they're obviously rebuilding because that team, that core of Harden and whoever isn't gonna work. So if they get
the thing is,
they already traded Covington, right?
Yeah. They traded Covington.
They get rid of and they traded
Ariza
Capella.
and 2 first-round picks. They're definitely, dude. You don't make that trade unless Harden is basically gone.
Right, exactly. So I'm saying they're rebuilding. It's over. They're gonna trade Harden. I'm thinking, shoot, Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, Joe Harris, Jared Allen, and like 3 picks for Harden.
I don't, dude. That's not the best trade package they can get. Like, even if he's asking to go to the Nets. Like, even if he's forcing his way to the Nets. The 76ers can offer Ben Simmons. The Celtics could offer Jaylen Brown or someone. Everyone can offer something better
True.
than
A bunch of role players.
What if it goes to like a 3 or 4 way trade?
I mean, even if you go into a 3 or 4 way trade.
Let me pull this one up. I saw on Bleacher Report. Let's see. Pull it up real quick. Okay, it says 3-team trade. The Celtics get Harden and Tucker. The Knicks get Westbrook, and the Rockets receive Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, Kevin Knox, Julius Randle, Bobby Portis, the 14th pick, the 26th pick, the 30th pick, and then a 2022 first round pick, top 5 protected from the Celtics.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they just said screw it and they went into the season with Harden and Westbrook. Watch that happen.
That wouldn't work well.
It wouldn't, but it's just like if the dude trades Harden, it's bad.
No, the Rockets they're done, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so. They're gonna try and rebuild because you wouldn't make that Robert Covington trade for the 18th pick if you think you could bring them back like Harden and them. Yeah.
I think it all started when they fired D'Antoni.
Yeah,
D'Antoni, Morey. I saw something that said he doesn't want to trade him even if he gets Simmons because he's like, if he trades him for Simmons, then that means Daryl Morey gets him.
What does that even mean?
Because Daryl Morey is on the 76ers.
Oh. Would it just be Harden for Simmons straight up?
There'd be like salary filler. It would be Harden for Simmons, some filler, some picks. Frankly, this is a loser situation for Houston anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I also don't even know where Westbrook would go.
He doesn't really.
Like, the Hornets and the Knicks are the only teams that make sense. The Hornets because you know how MJ is. He always just wants players like Westbrook. And the Knicks because the Knicks are perpetually looking for stars that make no sense on their team.
Look at the Bucks.
The who?
The Bucks already got Bledsoe.
Oh no, the Bucks got Holiday.
Not Bledsoe.
And get
Holiday.
Speaking of which, the Bucks traded like their entire future for Jrue Holiday, and then they got Bogdanovic. They got that number 1 seed in the East this year.
Their depth is gonna be what's it called?
Depth doesn't matter too much. They'll have a few. They'll keep some of the wings from last year.
Who they gave up? They have 3 rotational players gone. They have
Connaughton. Okay, Connaughton, Korver, and Wesley Matthews will re-sign.
Korver's like 40 at this
Okay, how about DiVincenzo?
They lost DiVincenzo in the Bogdan trade.
I don't think DiVincenzo is even that good.
Hey, you're just a hater because what he did to Michigan a few years ago.
No, I'm a hater.
Because of what he did to Michigan, you don't have to deny it. You don't have to deny it, bro. It's okay.
You got me confused with Yes. Yes is the one who hates him. He's just an annoying guy.
I think he's a great guy.
I thought you guys were all Michigan fans. My bad.
I think he's also overrated as hell. It's the problem is the Bucks aren't even good at drafting, so giving up picks isn't. It hurts, but it's not even that big of a deal because they picked like DJ Wilson, Dante DiVincenzo. They're not good at drafting.
True.
And I mean,
but I don't like them giving up Jrue Holiday. Eric Bledsoe and George Hill. They could have kept.
Are you forgetting they drafted Brogdon?
Brogdon's like the only guy. And then
he won rookie of the year by default because wasn't that the year Ben Simmons played like 7 games, or not 7 games, but he barely played, right? That was the Ben Simmons year.
Didn't the Bucks draft Giannis?
Yeah.
Bro, they drafted Giannis 7 years ago. I'm talking about recently. I don't even think the guy who drafted Giannis was still their GM at the time.
Oh yeah, he died.
Well,
I don't. Hey, don't be spreading
Just like-
information like that. Wait a minute. Hey.
Go on.
He's no longer there. Actually, you know, I do.
anyways.
A starting lineup of Jrue Holiday, Chris Middleton, Giannis, Bogdanovich, I guess, and Brook Lopez is pretty damn good.
True. All to lose to Jimmy Butler in the conference finals.
Bruh.
Great.
Jimmy Butler's going all the way. He's winning it all next year. The Heat are winning it all.
You think Miami's gonna go after anyone?
Yeah, the Lakers, they want the revenge. Oh, wait, you meant players.
Player.
Oh, that's funny. He's
They're going to go after Giannis, I think.
Dude, I saw something that said the Rockets and the Wizards were talking about a trade between Westbrook and John Wall. And that's just sad.
Yeah.
We need John Wall.
Like, what? John Wall hasn't even played in, like... When was the last time John Wall played?
20
years ago.
It's been so long. We don't even know if he's good anymore.
Oh, he's good. Trust me.
Oh, he slipped off the floors of his own house, the stairs.
Have you seen the videos when the playoffs were going on of him just in the club?
Bro, why isn't he practicing? I just think that's the stupidest thing that you could ever do. And it would piss off Bradley Beal so much. And he would ask for a trade. And the Rockets would still have to trade Harden. That would make no sense at all. I don't know why they would ever consider it. Alright. Let's talk about the draft tomorrow. Okay, bold predictions. First, who's going number 1?
Melo.
Melo goes number 1, and the Wolves are idiots.
I still think it's going to be Anthony Edwards. I think...
Yeah, I don't see Minnesota taking a guard at 1.
The rumors are all that it's... most people think it's Edwards. A few think it might be Ball.
I think at this point, you don't... Okay, this is what I would do if I was them. I'd try and trade back to, like, maybe, like, 4 with the Bulls, or 5 with the Cavs. 3, 4, 5, maybe 6.
That's the thing. Everyone wants to trade down. Everyone. Because everyone at the top of the draft is scared.
No, they don't want to mess up. This draft has a lot of uncertainty because there was no, like, March Madness, not a good, like, draft combine.
Like, last year there was at least Zion, there was Ja Morant, there was RJ Barrett. Any of those guys would go number 1 this year.
No, 100%.
And apparently next year, any of, like, the top... I've heard any of the top 5 picks next year could go number 1 this year. So nobody wants to trade up and trade a pick next year. That's just how it's been.
Yeah.
But I do think it will be Anthony Edwards. Let's see, what else? James Wiseman. Is James Wiseman a lock to the Warriors?
Yes.
Yeah, I see it.
It would be foolish unless they trade out of it.
I don't see Golden State trading out of it. I see them getting Wiseman.
Cavs send the 5th pick and Kevin Love to the Warriors for the 2nd pick in Green. And then we get James.
Kevin Love is washed, man. Come on.
No, he would still be good with the
That
Warriors.
would literally make no sense.
Why would it not?
Have Green on.
Also, Kevin Love has an extremely terrible contract. Like Draymond.
All right, that's why they take Draymond. Don't they have like the same contract? They both have.
Kevin
max.
Love's is way worse. And honestly, the difference between Draymond Green is still good. Draymond Green is a warrior, you know. Like, he's just that team. That's their guy, you know.
Yeah, belongs there pretty much.
Yeah.
True, I guess.
So I don't think that would make sense.
Who was the third?
What do you guys see Charlotte taking that 3?
LaMelo.
What if Michael Jordan picks up the phone and he says, "Number 3 pick for Russell Westbrook"?
Ungu.
No, he's not that stupid.
Yeah, he's not gonna do that. I'd be surprised if anybody trades like 2 to 4.
Yeah.
I was looking on Reddit, and it was like people were saying, "Oh, MJ wouldn't want LaMelo because of the what's it called? Because
LeVar
of the
Ball.
LeVar, yeah, basically because of LeVar." And I was like, "Bro, you don't understand. MJ would pick LaMelo just so LeVar has to go to Charlotte and they can play a one-on-one." So he can be like, "LeVar, shut the hell up. You can't beat me in a one-on-one like you said you could." He would do that. That's the type of person MJ is. He's like, and I took
That is
that
true.
personally. I actually want to see that happen now.
Part 2. No, that'll be part 3.
Let's just pray LaMelo falls to 4 and we draft him.
No.
Got you.
No,
we need a Philly guy.
I don't want
We're not getting
LaMelo.
the Jewish guy. We're not getting the Jewish guy.
Okay,
No,
okay. So my top 3, I think it's gonna be Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, and then the USC center Onyeka Okongwu. Is that how you pronounce it?
Onyeka Okongwu.
I think that's how the top 3 is gonna be. Like that. Like at least there's been rumors about those picks. We probably know where it is. We don't really know what the Bulls are gonna do at number 4.
We'll go take Denny and Javivia.
No, we're not.
Listen, all I'm saying. Okay, skip the Bulls. Listen, I just got a thought in my head. If LaMelo falls to the Cavaliers and we take a point guard for the 3rd straight year, I'm taking matters into my own hands. I'm walking to Cleveland and I'm saying bare knuckle fist fight for the general manager job. Let's go, throw him up. There's no reason we should take a 3rd point guard for in that many years in a row.
Please, it would be very, very funny. It would be hilarious.
Isn't Chris Dunn getting traded?
He's so mad.
No, Chris Dunn's a free agent. They're letting him go, the Bulls. He's talking about the Cavs, though. He's saying, so the Cavs picked Sexton in 2018, right? Then he picked Garland last year.
Which is a stupid pick.
What's their backcourt? Oh, it's probably Sexland.
Probably gonna get a big.
They need.
I'm hoping.
Really gonna get
Please get
from it.
Toppin, bro. We need Toppin.
They
We
have-
either.
Okay, actually,
you don't.
So apparently they like Toppin or Avdija most, or
Who?
LaMelo. That's who they like the most.
Dude, there's no. What position is Javivia? A
He's
small forward.
Or
Small forward.
Okay, so I wouldn't mind taking him as long as it's not LaMelo, please. For the love of God, don't take LaMelo.
The way the Cavs built the roster makes no sense. They have no plan.
They really don't.
Point
I think
guards
I have
in
a-
back-to-back drafts.
They should make me the general
They
manager.
traded a lot of picks. You know, they traded like 4 second-round picks for the last pick of the first round last year and picked Kevin Porter, who just got arrested like last week or something.
No, we don't talk about that. Okay. We still have Dylan Windler. Stop playing, Dylan Windler's cold.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good. But they have like no wings besides him. They have
You
Kevin
got
Love's.
Stack.
They have Kevin Love's ridiculous contract, and they
Stack
have
that.
Andre Drummond.
Drummond's $30 million.
Why
Tristan
the hell do they have
Thompson
Andre
wants a
Drummond?
bag.
It just makes no sense. Just
Cavs have no direction.
now that Garpax is gone, they might have the worst GM in the NBA.
Yeah, something like that. It's
Okay,
actually kind of embarrassing.
back to the Bulls. I think if the top 3 goes like we think, they'll pick either LaMelo, Killian Hayes, Avdija, or Patrick Williams. I would be happy with Patrick Williams or Killian Hayes. I wouldn't be happy with LaMelo or Avdija.
I would be happy with LaMelo. I'd get a LaMelo Bulls jersey.
He'll
Yeah, why
sell a
wouldn't
lot
you
of
be happy with
jerseys, but we're not here to sell jerseys, man.
Wouldn't you be happy with LaMelo?
Because LaMelo's cold.
I don't think he's good, dude. Okay, first of
He
all,
can run
he's played in a crappy league lately. I don't want to deal with LeVar, even though it's not that big of a deal, but I don't want to deal with him at all. He
I want
can't
to see him
shoot.
in a Bulls game.
He can't shoot. He's not as
Yeah, he
good
can.
of a playmaker as people think. He could become a one very soon, but I kind of want someone who's already there. I want a guy, and he's not a good defender. He's got size, but like, I know you're swinging for the fences. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel about that. All right. What else is there? Okay. Any big players traded tomorrow?
Harden. I think that's gonna happen. Like nearby. I think it's gonna happen tomorrow.
That's a bold prediction.
I
It
would
will
be.
happen. Trust me. Don't at me when it happens.
Everyone's gonna at him when it happens.
Yeah.
Anass Belqass, look what just happened.
I think, on a serious note, if a Harden trade actually happens, I think it's gonna take a while. Like, not materialize in one day.
Because the Rockets are gonna want so much,
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
and you don't blame them for wanting so much. Because, like, as they should, it's James Harden.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm trying to think. The Celtics have 3 first-round picks, but they're trying to trade them to move into like the lottery. I think they could actually trade. They'll trade like 14, 26, and 30 for the Hawks' 6th pick. I could totally see that happening.
Yeah, that works. Who would they get though? Like, what would be the reason for the trade up?
Maybe Toppin? Maybe? No, they kind of need a center.
Tice all 3 picks to the Warriors for Wiseman.
Bro.
Price and Cantor.
Nah, I think the Warriors are like sold on.
I really hope they trade out of it so that maybe Wiseman can fall to the Cavs.
Wiseman is not falling to Cleveland.
You gotta keep hope.
Wiseman to the Cavs would be.
Beautiful. Except you have Drummond, Thompson, and Wiseman. They'd just be eating his minutes. So, anyways.
What other there were? Okay. Where does Cole Anthony go?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe I think the Rockets, if they can get him at 16, they should try and get him at 16.
Yeah, I don't see Cole Anthony going top 10.
Yeah, I don't think he's top 10 talent in my opinion.
Actually, so I was reading Kevin O'Connor's mock draft. He's like really connected with the league. He has him going 27 to the Knicks. Like full on, he fell all the way to 27.
I can see that happen, man. Like, because he really did not really live up to the hype at UNC. And he just doesn't, he's not a good defender. He's a bucket, but like, it can only get you so far. Because he's not like an extraordinary, like, give me the ball, move out the way.
I remember after the first game, he scored like 44, right? First game of the year, he scored like 40 points. And I was like, oh my god, this guy's amazing. And since then, he's been bad. This is a total Knicks pick, though. Pick the guy who will bring out a lot of hype, even if he wasn't that good in college. Let's see. Alright,
This draft, it's so weird because there's no like, it's like so even. Like last year, it was stacked. Like you had the top 3, definitive top 3, and even like in the later, there were still like some decent players. This year is like, I feel like there's maybe like a definitive top 2, even if you say there's a definitive top 3, it's nowhere near as definitive year. And then, like, everyone else is still pretty solid. So I think it'll be an interesting draft.
I think the team that would trade up. Okay, let's say if LaMelo is available at 4, I think the Pistons would totally trade up and pick him there.
But who would they give up?
Derrick Rose.
Right, yes. Listen, you know how you can make me happy tomorrow? That is how I would be happy tomorrow. Okay.
What pick do the Pistons have?
They have 7.
All right,
Let's say
7 and Derrick Rose for
7 and
the
Derrick
4th.
Rose for 4 and a second round pick. We'll throw in a second round pick. If you do that, I will be very happy. Anass, wouldn't that be amazing?
I mean, if we get the 7th pick and Derrick Rose, and then they get the 4th pick.
And then
Yeah, thanks.
even it out, we'll send a second round pick too. Honestly,
Yeah.
that would be the most lit thing that we could do.
And then we can get the Israeli guy.
No,
No,
no, he would
definitely
be
not.
picked, no, he would definitely be picked by the Cavs at that point. I think.
Odeh, how'd you feel about that?
The Israeli. I mean, if he's a bucket, he's a bucket, but
Not a
I
bucket,
can't
bro.
stop cheering.
There are fools who compare this man to Luka Doncic.
Nah, man, there's not that much competition, and he wasn't like receiving those awards that Doncic did.
Exactly, and
Rewards.
Doncic wasn't Israeli, so frankly, it makes no sense. This episode's gonna get flagged for racism, isn't it?
Oh, well.
They're gonna be calling us out because we're being racist to Israelis. Anyway,
We're not anti-Semitic, I promise.
Yeah,
Just
that's
anti-Israel.
facts.
There's a difference.
anyway,
Oh, not racist here at all.
no. Any final bold predictions for the draft tomorrow?
Killian Hayes is going to end up being the steal of the draft.
I would be cool with the Bulls taking him. I like him.
Save this. Bring it back to me in 5 years when Killian Hayes is the only one from this draft league.
Also, I feel like the Suns are gonna end up with one of Devin Vassell or Isaac Okoro, and that would make them winner of the draft. If they were to go one of those two wings
Yeah.
after trading Oubre, that would be
Who's
great.
Isaac Okoro again? I recognize his name. I know he's like decent, but I forget what school he is.
Who?
Yeah.
Isaac Okoro. What
He's
school is he from
the
again?
wing from Auburn.
Oh yeah, that's what. Alright. And then the other dude is from Florida State, right?
Yeah.
He's an unconventional jump shot.
Out. Killian Hayes and Patrick Williams have like the highest potential in the draft.
Yeah.
So I would totally take one of those two.
You're-
Watch the big trade tomorrow. Watch it be Westbrook to the Hornets for like Terry Rozier and Cody Zeller and a second.
So that would be
the
trash.
worst trade of all time. Why would they do that?
Because the owner doesn't want to pay money. The Rockets owner, that is.
If any big trade, either between Harden or Westbrook, would happen, it'd be Westbrook tomorrow, not Harden for sure.
I'll bet on Westbrook getting traded first.
For who though?
If it's to the Knicks for like Julius Randle,
You.
they're not gonna get anything good for him. That's just how it is. It's gonna be a fun 24 hours.
Facts.
That's all there is. Alright, I think that about wraps us up for today, right?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
You're not in
Yeah.
charge here.
We covered all the bases.
This guy thinks he's in charge. It's his first episode.
My bad. I'm just saying. You guys said wrap it up. I said I think so. I'm just, yeah.
This guy's dyslexic.
Alright guys, that concludes today's episode of Watching the Game. We hope you enjoyed. Give us a follow, share it to some of your friends. Put your friends on, they need to hear our greatness speak. And I think that's about it. We'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye.
Mira, what the hell?